So in this tutorial, I'm going to be going over how I achieve my everyday brow look. I have gotten it down to somewhat of a science. I hope that you find it useful, and I'll see you soon. Because they are completely blonde. Unfortunately, when my hair started going gray, my brows started going blonde. But I'll just basically comb them out using a regular spoolie, nothing too extravagant. And then what I actually had to do is I had to make my own dip brow, as you will, because there is no brow product out there that is the exact color of my hair shade. So I actually had to create my own to get the ideal shade. I'll probably do a video on that at some point. It's a little time consuming, but for those of you out there that are redheads and find, like myself, that there's no product that is ideal for your shade range, then it's a really great, fairly easy way to create a product that's going to work for your hair color. For this step, I'm going to dip my MAC 263 angled brush into the pomade that I've already created. It's a stiff synthetic brush, but any similar angled brush will work for this step. As long as it's not flimsy, you want to have as much control as possible when defining your brows. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm outlining the shape of the brows to kind of see what the desired thickness as well as angle I'm looking for, and of course the arch. I'm going to continue to shade it in with a lighter hand toward the front of my brow to create somewhat of a gradient look, and then of course when you get nearer to the tail of the brow, applying more product to give it a deeper, darker tone. And then of course repeating the same step on the opposite brow. Again, just dipping back into the pomade and laying down the product, making sure to get the eyebrows as symmetrical as possible. Now I realize that brows are sisters and not twins. There's no such thing as the perfect brow, so definitely keep that in mind when shaping your brows. It's near impossible to get your brows to be exactly symmetrical. It's taken me some time because of my OCD when it comes to my brows to accept the fact that they're never going to be exactly the same. But again, just creating a bit of a gradient look towards the front of the brow with a lighter hand, and then deepening it up as it gets towards the tail. And then I'm going to come back over to the other side to even them out because this brow is slightly thinner, and just make sure that I have the desired shape and that they are as close to being the same as possible. And then I'm going to go ahead and dip into MAC's Swiss Chocolate with an angled Morphe 165 brush. It's a less dense brush, but it definitely does work out quite well in shading the brows. The reason I do this is not only to set the brow, but just to create a bit more dimension and a gradient look. It's a deep, almost auburn shade, which works out perfectly in matching the tone to my hair color. And for the most part, this is it. I'm just going to continue to shade and blend until I get the desired shape down right, as well as the dimension as far as the color. I hope you found this tutorial useful. I hope to see you soon. Give this video a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to see future videos. Bye!